guys, welcome to a new studio vlog. It's December now, it's the 2nd of December today. I couldn't start the vlog yesterday. I'm going to try and put this up in a week's time. I'm going to try. I couldn't start this yesterday. I was really sick on Monday. Today's Wednesday. I was really sick on Monday, like properly awfully sick. I still don't feel very well today. I feel very kind of under the weather and very fragile, but work has to be done. I want to start this vlog. I need to try and get better at these vlogs. I want to show you so much more. I said in the end of the vlog that I put up last night that what tends to happen with me is I get really busy, and because there's just me, I think, okay, I'm just gonna get this job done, then I'll pick up the camera, and I just forget. It's a genuine just forget. As usual, I've got myself ready for you. This is how my hair went up when I got out of bed this morning, and it's still like that. This is real life. The first thing I want to do this morning is I just need to tidy up my office. I've packed, so I think I'm up to date now on my orders. I need to check, but I do just need to have a general quick tidy round because this desk behind me here is looking a bit like a jumble sale. And what I need to do is I have some tissue paper there that I need to cut to fit the 2 sizes of boxes that I've got. But the first thing I need to do is to clean my scissors. I just thought I'd show you this because it might help you. If you have scissors and you're like me, you use a lot of these kind of brown tapes. I use this paper tape from EcoCraft, which is fantastic. A lot of the paper tapes don't stick very well, and they come unstuck as they're in the post, and it really annoys the post office. But these ones from EcoCraft are really good. What I do to clean my scissors, in case you guys have never done this before or ever tried it, if you use a lot of tape and they get sticky and tacky on the blades here, when you then use tissue paper, it sticks and it rips the tissue paper. Just use some nail varnish remover. I feel like the Mrs. Hinch of the scissor world right now. Just use some nail varnish remover and wipe it on the scissors. Comes off really. There's one that I'm using right now is an ultra powerful nail varnish remover. It gets rid of glitter, and I'm wearing glitter on my nails now, so I'm going to try not to take that off. Just give them a little wipe, and then it's literally like a new pair of scissors. Next stop, QVC for me, right? So that's that done. Okay, so now I need to focus on this and just tidy up my general bits and pieces. So this here needs to be sorted out as a matter of urgency. This is basically an accumulation of photos and wrapping and just, I mean, look at it. This is actually full of products from a photo shoot that I did just to wrap it up and show you guys on an Instagram video. So that needs to all come undone. I'm trying to save that paper. Yesterday, a really exciting order arrived. I can't show you it because I'm actually not going to unwrap it. I can only do this. This is a new release for next year. It's pink on the outside and it's green on the inside. It's like that green, like this on the inside, and pink on the outside. Comments below, what is it? Now what I really need to do, guys, is I have a Google Drive on my computer, obviously, and what I need to do is to organise myself with some more storage for it so that I can do a backup to my exterior hard drive and also have somewhere that I can store all my files and pieces like that, because it's something I've been meaning to do for so long but I haven't actually got around to it yet, so I need to do that as an urgent priority. I have basically on my desk right now all of this stuff here, and all of this is, even I have post-it notes from workshops that I've been part of, like all of these little post-it notes where I've left a notebook downstairs and got in the middle of a workshop and then had nothing to write on, which is insane. I want to kind of set out some kind of organisation within my Google Drive, which is all like a learning resources place. I can go in, name a file, like for example the Busy to Boss Academy that I'm part of, and then name the files of everything in there that I need to refer to, and just kind of get organised, because right now, although I'm still busy and it's Christmas and there's orders to pack and things like that, I'm just trying to have a little bit of a a CEO time where I can just organise myself ready for the new year and everything that's planned ahead. So I want to do that today. I've got it's 10 to 11 now. I've got a call with the Busy to Boss Academy at 12, which should be a really good session. I'm really looking forward to that today. So I'm just going to try and do something for an hour and 10 minutes or so that kind of is just kind of useful. I can't really get stuck into anything too much, but something like that would be quite good. Guys, today's Thursday. The last time I spoke to you was Monday. But to be fair, it's just been admin since then. I think until the new year hits, it's not going to be anything exciting. But that said, I am about to start on painting some commissions. So I thought I would take you through the sort of start to finish of, well, it's not like I want to do it all today, but I thought I'd take you through the process. I'm going to start with, basically what I've done is drawn them on the iPad super rough, and then sent them to my client, and then printed them off, and they look really basic. And for some reason, when I send the Procreate work to my printer, it prints edge to edge, which is really strange. But there we go. So this one is for a birth of a baby, and I basically have drawn it really rough, and now I need to translate that onto a piece of watercolour paper. So sometimes I'll do a tracing, depending on how much I like my sketch. If I really like it and I'm really happy with it and I love the composition, I'll do a tracing and then sort of like a print of my drawing onto the paper. But in the case of this one, I'm going to redraw it because I just feel like the size is a bit off. When I look at it, it looks like the white flowers are a little bit too big. But the gist of it is there, and the client's happy with it, so I'm just going to add in. She basically knows, well, she's had a lot of my paintings before, she knows how I paint, so I'm just going to redraw that. I've put in the purple flowers are September's birth flowers, September's birthday flowers, so I'm using those. I'm using all of those colours. They're kind of Animal Crossing colours, apparently, New Horizon colours. They're the colours I've used there, so I need to make sure that I'm sticking to that palette. So I'm going to do that one first, draw that up. I did a bit of a shop on Cass Art the other week, and so I've got this massive block of watercolour paper. I get their hot pressed A4 watercolour paper because although I have some A3 pieces of paper, the majority that I use is A4. And I also got myself some new brushes. I don't know if I showed you these, maybe I did, but I got myself some new brushes because the ones I used for my wood slices that I showed you several vlogs back are pretty much ruined now because I used acrylic paint on them, so not the best idea with watercolour. There we go. Right, so I'm going to get myself set up here, start sketching out this picture, and then I'll come back to you. I thought I'd just show you guys a bit more of a close-up of the actual painting mock that I did on the iPad. So I first of all went onto Pinterest and I got the colour palette for Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I had that to reference on Procreate, and then I chose the flowers dependent on, because the client doesn't want a lot of pink but only touches of pink, and obviously when I do paintings and things I don't go around in outlines like this, but this is just a sketch, so I used the pencil tool on Procreate and just drew some shapes of leaves and things that I thought looked quite nice. I like to make sure I've got a good even mixture of sort of like these big solid leaves like this versus these kind of more fragile ones. And when I come to do the painting, I'll actually do a lot more kind of smaller foliage underneath the white flowers as well, so that you get some kind of green, which will then push the white flowers out a little bit, because at the moment, if they didn't have a line there, obviously they would just sort of go into nothingness. And then these little grey moons and stars are going to be a really subtle silvery colour, and then the text in the middle, the client and I always decide more like last minute what colour that's going to be. It obviously won't be black, but we'll decide that, and I'll hand letter that once the rest of the painting has been finished. So that's that one. I'm going to do that one first, and then the other one is this one here. I'm just using it to cover up those details, but this one is the other one for the same client, and this is something that I've done for her before. This is a piece of writing by Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. I don't know if I'm saying that right, Kubler-Ross. And I did a lot more detail on this one. sometimes I have a very, very clear vision of what I want something to look like, and that's what happened with this one, and I just sort of went for it straight away. So I'll probably trace and print this one. There's still some details that need to go on, like it hasn't got enough greenery in certain places, and in other places it needs to have more kind of, the flowers are obviously quite flat, which isn't how they're going to look when I paint them. But yeah, with mock-ups and things versus the actual painting, it just gives the client an idea of colours and sort of style and that sort of thing, although this particular client has had probably near on 20 paintings from me now, so right, so I'm going to crack on with the first one, and that one's going to take me a little bit longer, so I'm going to start looking on Pinterest. Right guys, I don't know if you can see this, but I have now drawn what looks like a very, very scrappy copy of this painting onto here. It looks really, really messy at this point. If you look at it, you can barely see which bit is which, but to me it makes sense. So what I'm going to do now is start to paint on some of the leaves, excuse me, some of the leaves that are underneath. So like these ones, just help if I point the camera in the right place, these ones here, and all the ones that are like right at the very, very bottom, I'll start to paint on first, and then I will work up from there. And then right at the end, the only things I haven't drawn yet are these pink flowers. I'm going to draw them really, really, really small, right at the very, very end. So it's going to mix up some greens and get going. Hi guys, we've come to Rinsey, which is about 10-15 minutes drive from home, and finally dragged out this one for a walk, and the sun's just about to set. I'll get my head out of the way. And it's chilly and beautiful and lovely and all those wonderful things. I'm definitely going to be coming back here for some walks on my own. Behind me here we've got there is where I walk near where we used to live, Canon Point, and then in between there and here is Pras Sands, and then on the other side of here is Port 11, which is about 3 miles I think on this coast path. So we're going to turn back in a minute because we're losing light. It doesn't look like it because I've got you on a really high setting. Obviously don't want it to get dark and be on this coast path, so I'm just going to see what's on the other side of this hill and then head back. But it's been so refreshing. I need to do more of these. Right guys, so here's an update of the painting. I'm not sure how I feel about it at the moment, but then I always say that when I first started a painting. I definitely do things in a slightly odd way, but it works for me. So there you go, that's it so far. I'm going to carry on now. What I think I'm going to do, these leaves could definitely have more detail, but I think I'm going to paint on all of the base sort of flat layers of the flowers and other leaves and berries and things, and then just add to it as I go in terms of detail. So yeah, it's about 2:30 Sunday afternoon. I've just fed Frank. Finally the sun is starting to come out, not that you can see. And yeah, this is me. I'm popping something on the iPad and I'm gonna work. Happy Monday guys. I have had quite a productive morning so far. It's almost 12 o'clock now, and so far today I got up early and did my journaling and my reading, and I did a really nice yoga with Adrienne video, just a really short one, which was about digestive health, and I felt really bloated because I had a few kind of treats over the weekend, and it was a really nice short video that was like matte based and all about just kind of stimulating the gut basically and getting everything moving, and it felt so nice. And then I trained, did back and a bit of a HIIT session for 45 minutes, and then I had I signed up for a free talk / workshop with Resilient Retail Club, which I'm now a member of. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I joined the Resilient Retail Club, which is run by Catherine, is it Erdley? I'll put her across the screen. I joined it when she did a little offer for Black Friday for the year, and so it's got some workshops and bits and pieces on there that I've wanted to do for a while, to do with wholesale and profit and stuff in your business. So I just thought, sod it, I'm going to treat myself to that and join that. But she did a free workshop with the lovely Elizabeth Stiles this morning, all about 5 businesses that have prospered in, is prospered the right word? 5 businesses that have done really well in 2020, and just about how they've grown. And it was really inspirational and a really lovely way to start the day. So that was from 10 to 11, so I managed to fit in my training and my yoga and my journaling before that. Now I've got an hour till Joe goes on lunch, and we have lunch together every day, so I'm going to just tick off a couple of things on my to-do list. One of them, actually, it'll probably take me the whole hour. A client that I did wedding stationery for right before lockdown, and her wedding didn't go ahead. She had a load of stationery from me, and then it just got cancelled, and then she tried to rebook it and it got cancelled again. She's asked me if I can do a digital invitation. Her and her husband-to-be are now eloping, so she'd like a digital invitation to kind of a small gathering, about 6 people, for cake and some prosecco or something after that. So I'm just going to have a look at her email she sent me, which hopefully has all of the content she wants, and then I'll get started on that and send that over to her. So I'm just dusting off my desk, which needs to have a load of dried glue on it. And then I have a couple of orders to pack, and I also want to do some commission painting today. Luckily I have my studio light, which helps, so because it starts getting dark so early now. And ideally I'd like to get a walk-in as well. I do have to go to the post box, so if I could get a really short walk-in either to the post box or somewhere near where the post box is. You would have seen that I put in some footage of Joe and I walking on Saturday. We went to Rincey, which is not far from where we live, and it's just, I might go there again if I can. It depends what the weather's doing. It's had a bit of a rain this morning, but we'll see. Anyway, if I go, I'll definitely take you with. Right now though, I'm going to find my client's email, read that, and then try and put together something digital for her. I had to stop working on my client's wedding stuff because I realised that I needed some information from her, which I haven't got yet. So I've emailed her, and now I've come back to downstairs to paint this commission piece. And I thought I'd film some of me painting it because I haven't really been filming much of my actual painting process. Oh god guys, I cannot wait to get my hair cut and coloured next week. It's a week today and I get it cut. Get my balayage refreshed, get about 1.5 inches chopped off the ends. It's driving me nuts. Yes, so basically what the plan is now is on these bits here, they're going to have little blue flowers. These little asters are going to be nice lilac-y colour, and then at the very end I'm going to do some tiny little pink flowers. These I was thinking about doing white. I'm actually thinking of having a bit of a change on how I do it. I might do these as the kind of more purpley colour. I'm going to have a think about it because I think it might be too much white going on. I'll have a little think whilst I do the leaves. But basically what I'm going to do now is add on some details to the leaves before I do anything else. I want to put in some lighter sections on here to make them look a little bit more kind of, I mean I do paint fairly flat, but I want to make them look a little bit more alive than they currently look. I just got caught in a massive amount of sea spray and had to quickly put my camera away, but it is insanely beautiful. I don't think I can talk. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to carry on for another few hundred metres and then turn back before I lose light, and then I have to go to the doctor's and pick up a prescription, because I keep forgetting that when I'm on walks this is still real life and not a holiday. God, I just picked up the camera to show you progress on my painting, but I wanted just to say that this is to my future self. This is why you need new brushes all the time, because you leave new brushes in water and that's so bad for them, and that's why they end up bent and disgusting. So just stop it. Okay, so last night I did quite a lot of work on the aster flowers. They still need more work. I'm still doing the middles, and then I've got to add on some shading and bits and pieces, just generally actually within the foliage. And now I'm just adding on these little blue ones. So this is like the first coat, and I'm going to add on a very light layer of blue to sort of make them pop. So I'm just adding those on now, and then it will be a job for the bigger flowers, and I'll finish off with the little tiny pink ones, which I haven't even drawn on. Obviously the blue flowers are going on this as well. So yeah, but overall it starts to come together. I always hate my paintings. If you've watched my vlogs before, you know that I'll say every time I hate my paintings when I first start them. I just can't get them to look right. I do things in a very odd way, I know, but it makes sense to me, and I trust the process. I trust the process that I use, because it always works for me eventually. It's just not giving up on things, and I think the same can be said for life. Not giving up on things when they feel like they're sort of not sitting right, unless intuitively you know it's completely shit. But you've got to just try and work through it, and if after working through it you overwork it and it doesn't work, then you stop. Anyway, you know what I mean. So I'm just watching Fairy Little Peach, her vlog on YouTube, and it's now 2:30 almost, so I've got to just do an hour or so of painting, then I'm going to train, then it is the Busy to Boss Academy Zoom Christmas party. Let's go.